cites the critical passages that describe Muhammad as Asma. But I'm going to close on this just to prove my point of how this Bukhari-centric attitude has misled the Muslim world in very profound ways. Then I'll go to the next question. Bukhari said in his introduction that he sifted through hundreds of thousands of hadith reports, and those that he found authentic, he added to his collection. Now, this, in case you don't understand, these hadith reports, for a Muslim, especially a Sunni Muslim, the proper practice of religion is to conform your life totally to the life, the sunnah, the example of the Prophet Muhammad. If the Prophet did it, we're to do it. If he did it in a particular way, that is the way we are to do it, and no other way. So the sunnah, that's the sunnah of the Prophet, the way of the Prophet. And every Sunni Muslim and Shiite Muslim believes that religion, right religion, is only by conforming our life to the way, the sunnah of the Prophet. Now the Shiite derives sunnah different, but the sunnah is critical. How do we know the sunnah? How do we know how Muhammad did a particular thing? The hadith reports. The hadith, again, as I said, are recollections from his companions, those who were around him, who said, testified that they saw Muhammad do a particular thing this way. Orally, right down, this is oral text at the time, report what they observed. Eventually that report will be a hadith in a text. They heard Muhammad say something. They were with Muhammad when certain happened. Their recollection, their individual recollection is a hadith report. There are collections of hadith reports. And so it is believed that in order to know the sunnah, you have to refer to these collections of hadith that illustrate for us the sunnah, illustrate for us the way of the Prophet. Did you follow? So Bukhari tells us that he sifted, distilled his collection from a mass of hundreds of thousands, and what he reports here is the sound collection. So if you want to know the sunnah of the Prophet and make it into the hereafter, make it into Jannah, make it into paradise, you can solve primarily Bukhari on the matter. And Bukhari will inform us of the sunnah of the Prophet, and by conforming to it as Bukhari presents it to us, then we will make it into Jannah. Well, Bukhari admits that of the mass of hadith he sifted through, thousands he found authentic, but he didn't add it into his collection. Well, that means there's parts of the sunnah that's missing. A critical example. Bukhari had a student, Tirmidhi. I mentioned the 6 books, collections recognized by the Muslim world as authoritative. They have a hierarchical value. But of the 6, one of them is the Sunan of Tirmidhi. Tirmidhi is a very, give me Tirmidhi over Bukhari any day. Why? Well, you would say, well, you're just a racist. Well, yes and no. Tirmidhi was a black Arab. Tirmidhi was also a chief student of Bukhari. In Tirmidhi, there is a very important hadith. Timothy informs us from reliable chain of transmission that the Prophet Muhammad saw God. That God in human form appeared to the prophet. And God touched the prophet. And the prophet felt his fingertips. God's fingertips. The coolness of his fingertips in his chest. See, let Timothy tell it. The God of Muhammad was a man. At least when Muhammad encountered him, he had the form of a man. And see, if the Muslim world recognized that,
come on, man,
then you would be at least a little hesitant to condemn us in the Nation of Islam. Because we say God in the form of a man visited the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But you call us Muslims, polytheists, because we don't accept that God is a formless something. We accept that God as a human form. The God of the prophet, according to this hadith by Timothy, the black Arab, had a human form. But y'all don't like Timothy. Y'all like Bukhari. Is this report in Bukhari? Absolutely not. But Timothy, the student, the black Arab student of the Persian Bukhari, after he cites that hadith, you know what he says? He said, as part of the reason he includes it in his collection, because it was authenticated by his teacher, Bukhari. He said he came to his teacher, Bukhari, and asked him about it, and Bukhari said, Hada Sahih. That is, or this is authentic. So, Bukhari, if it is authentic, why is it not in your collection? And if it was in Bukhari, the most important religious text in the Sunni Muslim world, second to, but not always second to the Quran. If this hadith was in Bukhari, the report that Muhammad encountered God in the form of a man, then Muslims would stand down from coming at us in the Nation of Islam as if we not. Some Muslims, when they encounter us, don't want to give us a salam alaikum. That's right. They want to put salam alaikum as peace be unto you. They want to breathe alaikum. They don't want to give us peace. They just want to give us alaikum. They don't want to give us the salam because they presume us to not be their Muslim brother. Why are we not their Muslim brother? Because we say God came to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. God came to a Muhammad in the form of a man. And they claim that that's un-Islamic. Well, it wasn't un-Islamic for Timothy, and it wouldn't be un-Islamic to you if Bukhari would have put it in there. Since you are Bukhari-centric. But Bukhari, the Persian, didn't put it in there. Bukhari is as hurtful as he is